All right. Yeah. Um, Hope everybody's doing well today. So I've been having some thoughts about my life goals, basically, and yeah, because so many people are there's just their focus is on buying a house, and I was talking a bit about this last night, and now maybe that's not a good idea, at least not anymore. Like it might be actually one of the worst things you could actually do, possibly, for your finances. But yeah, there's a lot of people just kind of giving up on the idea of the so-called American dream. The whole, sort of like white picket fence and yeah, nuclear family and all that kind of crap. A lot of people are just kind of have just checked out of that whole kind of chasing that kind of life. Um, Often in favor of a more simple life. Some people are deciding to move to other countries where the cost of living is a lot cheaper. Um, but yeah, I hope everyone's doing well today. Yeah, so welcome in everybody. Hope you're all having a good day so far. There's nobody here up to now, it seems. So, but I'll just kind of wait for some people to start arriving. Anyway, it's like, yeah, nobody here yet, so we'll just see how this goes. Yeah, welcome in everybody. Hope you're all having a blessed day. If you're new here, please subscribe. Still nobody here, it seems. So come and say something if you're there. Hello, somebody here? Welcome in. How are you doing today, people? Yeah. Come on, guys. How are we all doing, people? Hello. Says there's somebody there, so come and say hello if you're watching. Hope you're all having a good day so far. Share this out if you can. Subscribe if you're new here. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. It's usually somebody here by now, but like we're saying, someone was there and then there's nobody there now, so I'm pretty much just talking to myself right now. So yeah, I guess I'll just kind of wait until someone shows up then. Not going to bother probably really saying anything more, because most people don't even watch the replay of it anyway. Hello, is there somebody here? Hello? Hello? Can somebody just say something? I'm not going to bother talking until somebody says something. I'm just going to... Yeah, there's just no point in me trying to get into anything until people find out that people are actually listening, so... I'm fucking dead lately in these lives. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. I don't know. Whatever. Probably not going to be on too long then this morning. It's just fucking boring. Boring as fuck lately. And I just find there's just a bunch of like argumentative kind of people and trolls and I don't know. I really can't be arsed with it all. I was hoping we were going to grow this community and I don't know. a lot of them just don't seem to be coming back as much now. They just kind of, I don't know. Don't know if it's the algorithm or what, that they're not notifying people or what. I don't fucking know. Am I that bad? And people just find me boring or something? I don't know. Or am I being shadow banned or something? What's going on? Some people think I might be getting shadow banned. Because up till a few days ago it was fine, and then boom, I'm just not really getting anybody, watching oddly. So I don't know. If you look at like the analytics and it's just going down, 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 like the last few days, look at it. I don't know. What the hell's going on here? Like it's just absolutely just it's not even really anyone watching. Let me just refresh and see if I've missed anything. No, not missed anything. It says there's 2 people here now, but yeah, who are these 2 people that are watching? So come and say hello if you're there. Yeah. So who's here, if anyone's actually listening or anything, or... But yeah, hope everyone's having a good day anyway. And back down to 0. I'll give it a few minutes. If nobody comes, I'm just gonna finish because I really can't be arsed with this shit. If people aren't gonna come and chat with us, then there's no point. So we can get fed up with these lives. It's just some bullshit most of the time. Trolls or just people just trying to argue and just ends up in some fucking religious debate or some shit like that. I don't know. I just can't be arsed with it. Or some political crap. Really haven't got time for that. It doesn't seem like most people actually really care about bettering themselves, their health, their mindset, anything like that. They're just a bunch of NPC drones, a lot of them. They just want to keep scrolling and just, watch a lot of crap that's actually going to rot their brain. But, that's the thing. When you're actually trying to put out wholesome content, most people are just not going to be interested. People want to see extreme crap, like that's what they find entertaining. But it's just, I don't want to end up trying to pander to all these fucking idiots just for the sake of growing my channel. A lot of people will do that. They'll just pander to all the lowest common denominator. It's just, I don't know. I'm just kind of fed up of it, really. I thought things were going somewhere, and then it's like this when I used to go live on TikTok, and I would just it would keep dropping off. As soon as it seemed to be going somewhere, it would drop off. It would just stagnate, and it would just, my subs have just completely flatlined in the last few days. They've just not gone up at all, really. Yeah, so I don't know. Just fed up of it. And no one seems to really be chatting. What is going on here today? Can people even see me live right now? Let me just go to the watch page and see what's going on. No, Callum, fuck off. Hired user. So all we can get is fucking troll comments. It's fucking sad, isn't it? Anyway, I don't know what the hell's going on today, but let's hope it starts picking up in here, but I'll give it a few minutes and see what happens. Anyway, like the live people. I just don't know. I was hoping we could get into a topic or something, but no one seems to really be wanting to chat today. Anything serious anyway. So there's these lurkers who are just not saying anything. But I understand some people might be busy, but it'd be nice if actually someone was actually going to some wholesome people come into the chat. Give it maybe 5 or 10 more minutes. If nobody else shows up in the chat that's serious, then I'm just gonna knock it off, because there's really no point. So yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on lately, but yeah. Well, even Jace's life seems to be dead now. It's 4-1 watching him. Yeah, if something's off with the algorithm or something, and I don't know. Something doesn't seem right at the moment. Might have to restart it. I don't know. Maybe I should restart the live. But we'll see. I'll give it a few more minutes. See if anybody shows up. Hello, Marion G. What's your opinions on farmers' protest? I mean, I've heard about it, but is it something about, I don't know. I don't really know enough about it to really kind of comment. But they probably got some point to process. So yeah, they're probably some pissed off about their government or whatever it is, or corruption going on, and just like when there was the lockdown protests and people were protesting over that because people just didn't like how the government was handling things. So yeah, I mean, it's just we live in a fucked up world that's just with a fucked up government that doesn't care about anybody other than themselves. So yeah, I don't even care. I'm just gonna live my best life. Hello, the diddler. How you doing? Welcome in here. I don't know, is this one of these trolls again? We keep getting trolls in the chat, so yeah. Anyway, so what's up, everybody? Hope you're all having a good day so far. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here, but I don't think there's anybody new, so anyway, I don't know what's going on. I don't know where all more regulars are at. Usually I get some of the regulars in by now, but why did you delete those? What are you on about? Hamster videos? What? I was running some serious people in here. Like, if you don't get any better than this, I'm just gonna knock it off. I really can't be arsed with it today. Like, we're not really getting any serious people here. It's just a bunch of idiots. Yeah, let's have a drink. It's okay, I'm just fucking fed up with this shit, really. Yeah, I don't know where all everybody is, but yeah, for some reason today just isn't my day. But oh well. I'll just give this a few minutes and see what happens. Maybe it'll start to pick up, who knows. I'll give it 5 more minutes. Yeah, I know there's people at work, but usually I still get more viewers than this, even in the morning. Sometimes it's not pushing me out at all. It's even on the evenings now, my lives are dead. I'm just not getting. Look at my views the last few days. It just keeps going down, down, down. It's just like for 1,000 and odd subscribers, I'm just not getting hardly anyone. Yeah, that could be what's going on. Like, it's just because I talk about certain things that are a bit controversial sometimes. Like maybe I should keep my mouth shut, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to keep my fucking mouth shut. If I want to talk about something, I'll talk about it. Hello, Camille. Welcome in here. How are you today? Welcome to my live. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, that just doesn't seem quite right. For the number of subscribers, I understand a lot of people are going to be busy, but a lot of people are just not getting notified, I don't think. Even sometimes when people are at work, they still get to come in, and I'm just on a break at work. Yeah. So even like sometimes when people are at work, they can still, at least come in to check in for a bit. So I don't think that's an excuse for why my lives are getting less and less views. Like if you look at, hello Dale. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I'm just not getting, the many views lately. If you look at my last few lives, and then if you go like more than a few days ago, you'll see the views were a lot higher. It is what it is, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but my subscribers have also flatlined the last few days. I'm on. I don't really make a lot of videos. I just mainly go live. I'm not really interested in making videos that much. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but if everyone's at work, then no one's going to be streaming then, is it? Like, by that logic, then less people are going to be streaming as well. So how is it that so many people could be streaming whilst everyone's at work? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you stream when everyone's at work? Like, I mean, as in, like, why would so many people be streaming when they're supposed to be at work or something? People would normally stream when it's a busier time, so I don't think as many people would stream at this time. So that doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like, you're not making any sense whatsoever. So something's obviously not right. Like I said, I was getting more viewers than this up till like a few days ago. I would come on and it would just push me out a lot, and but I just like, I agree. Many people, if working, won't be streaming. Yeah, exactly. And then those that don't have to work because they're streaming for a living, they're probably not going to come on at a time when hardly anyone's going to be active. So if that's the case, then yeah, that it just doesn't really, it doesn't really make any sense. So I don't know. I might have to restart the live because maybe it'll do better if I restart, because it just is not pushing me out. So. Yeah, there was a lot of fake accounts, to be fair, but it's just, if you look at the analytics and everything, it was. It's hard to tell who's fake and who isn't on here, but my subscribers were going up quite fast, and now they've basically flatlined. Even on the night ones, I'm not getting that many new subscribers. I'm like pretty much losing as many as I'm gaining at this point. So even when I gain a few, I lose just as many. I don't know, just yeah, it's just weird, but yeah. Oh, really? I don't know about that. I don't know, it seems a bit dodgy for creating fake Google accounts. I don't see how that can make you 40k views or something, but I don't know. I just don't know what to do anymore. So I thought this was growing. I thought we were building a community. It seemed like we were building a community, and now, like I said, even on the evening lives, they're just kind of full of annoyed people for the most part. Even the people that show up are just, hello NPV Films, welcome in. So you've been here before, have you? Just a bunch of annoying people. It's just, I don't know. I'm just fed up of it. Yeah, I know people maybe don't like the whole authenticity thing. People just want fake crap, don't they? They just want you to have a fake personality. They're not interested if you're actually real, so maybe that's why the algorithm isn't pushing it out. I'm too boring for a lot of people. I'm just too kind of real. People don't want real. Hi, Tony. How you doing? Welcome to my live. People don't seem to want real. They just want fake. Or they just want some controversy and drama, and I'm not about that. I'm not about, yeah, but it's like, I don't know. They seem to get pushed out for a while, and then they're just not really being pushed out at all now. So I really can't be asked to editing videos and shit like that. I'm not interested in all that. You're right, Jimmy. That's why fake people tend to go far while well, the real or despised. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. How many are watching Mine Doesn't Show? Why is that then? I don't know, let's try and move on from this whole topic because it just kind of annoys me, this shit. Rather focus on more positive things, really. Like I was talking about investing money and stuff like that, and that's stuff I like to talk about. How, best ways to invest your money. So I was talking a bit about, index funds and stuff like that, and whether it might be better to invest into that than to, to get a mortgage on a house, for example. Because with a mortgage on a house, you're stuck with it for like 25 years. So it's quite a risky thing to be doing. It's like, I suppose there's risk to everything in life, but when it comes to like, getting a mortgage on a house, then you're just going to be like, you're going to be stuck with that house until you've like, paid off the mortgage. Otherwise, you're just going to be like, you've not built up the equity. So, anyway, the YouTube algorithm reached India. I'm from India. Okay, Tony, really? Why are you called Tony Francis? It doesn't sound like an Indian name, so I don't know. But yeah, if anybody's new here, then subscribe, please. Oh, Diddler's from South Africa. All right. But yeah. It's just we should have at least 20 people in here with the number of subscribers. Even on the morning, we should probably get at least 15 to 20 people. So I don't know, but we'll see how this goes. Maybe it'll start picking up. Sometimes I can be a bit impatient with things and just like give up too easily, but I'm not gonna give up. Tony Francis's fake account, yeah, sounds like it. Yeah, because like, why would you be called Tony Francis if you're from India? Unless you've moved to India, I don't know. But anyway, welcome in here, everybody. It says we've got 5 now, but man, there is no such thing as an Indian name. Okay, like, it's just, this is what I mean, just fucking trolls and shit, Hello, Taha, welcome in. Oh, God. Fuck's sake. All these fucking trolls, then. I'm Christian, Indian, okay. Alright, then. I don't know, just a lot of, like... Yeah. I just don't know. It's just I'm just kind of getting a bit sick of it all. Really, it's just well, like I said, we'll see how this goes, and yeah. But how are we all doing today, people? I hope hope everyone's doing well. Will I train today? I don't know what I'm doing today. Really, I've got some stuff to do, but I might do some bits of stuff. Some like. You mostly heard Hindu name, that's why I'm South Indian. Okay. Okay, Taha. Alright. Okay then. So yeah, like I was talking about Dale about the I might just have a little walk around, perhaps. Yeah. About this whole thing of investing your money into think something like an index fund, and yeah, of course, there's risk to that. But if you have a long-term mentality with it, it can very much be a good investment because if you put in, let's say, let's say you put in £10,000. After a few years, your investment goes up quite significantly, and if you just keep on reinvesting all your profits in, and then you're getting compound interest like you would in a high interest savings account, but with high interest savings account, they're just not that high for the most part. So if you put it into say a index fund, you might be getting say 7% a year or something like that when you factor in inflation. And yeah, you have been working out hard lately. Don't overdo it. Your work ethic is inspiring. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, looks like all those other ones have gone now. So yeah, I don't know. But I don't know what your thoughts on this, Dale. But yeah, the whole thoughts of like, buying a house. I'm actually having second thoughts about it, So I was thinking about, oh, maybe I want something to my name. But the thing is, though, when you buy something so expensive, then it's like, is it actually worth it long term? Is it actually a worthwhile investment? Now, there's pros and cons to everything, but I'm just thinking in terms of like if I was to like dump, let's say, if I could theoretically have 100K to dump on a house, but the thing is, if I dumped that same amount on an investment, I would probably get more returns on that investment in a year than the cost of rent or mortgage. So what I'm saying is that you would actually probably be better off doing that, possibly for your finances, and then you get all the exponential returns after that. So that's just your first year where your aims have inspired me to train harder. I don't know about buying a house. For me, I live with my mum. Still, I plan to move out maybe next year, although I don't want to house share. I've done that before. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people don't really like that because, you could be around people that you don't necessarily get on with that well, and it can have issues, and people can clash over things. Like, yeah, it can be a bit of a nightmare, but ideally you'd find a partner who you really kind of, who you can actually spend your life with. So yeah, that would be more ideal, I would say, but there's no guarantees. But what I would say is, if you can save up some money, let's say, like I said, if you can save up, let's say you could save up £50,000, and let's say you got 7% per year, that's about £3,500 within your first year that you would be getting. So that money would actually probably offset your a lot of your some of your living costs, basically. So even if you just took all that money out of your dividends, but if you could think long term and like keep reinvesting that money, then it could become a really nice investment. That's correct, says Tony. Yeah, this is just like thinking long term. You look at something like the S&P 500, and of course, yeah, there can be years when it goes down and it's like, it's in the minuses. But I was showing a graph last night about probably 70, 80%, maybe 90% of the time it actually is in the positive. So, because with index funds that they're, there's like, if you're invested in, say, 20 different companies, then that that it's a lot safer as a long-term sort of investment strategy. People talk about investing in gold and silver and things like that. I would not just invest in one thing, invest in many different things. It's going to be a lot safer to do that than to only invest in one different thing. So you even have some crypto maybe, or something like that, perhaps, as just to diversify even more. It's just diversification of your investments is gonna spread your risk, and it's just low risk, low reward. But I'd rather that than to think about what if I lose it all. It just gives you more peace of mind to know that in the long run it's going to be generally pretty safe. But I'm not a financial advisor or whatever, but yeah. But what I'm saying is, if you want to invest your money, is it really a wise thing to just like buy a house that's gonna, and it can appreciate in value, but the amount of time that it would take to do that, and but gold can be good for hedging if the economy is not doing well. Yeah. So is it like gold tends to go up in value when the economy goes down or something? I mean, like I said, I'd probably have some diversified assets. But because if everyone starts buying gold, and then the price of gold starts to go up,
because of the supply and demand in an economic downturn. But yeah, it's good to probably have other assets that are going to be reliable. I bought a 4-bedroom house and my mortgage is only £354 a month. Where is that then? Because that's quite cheap. I guess it must be like quite a rough area, I'm guessing. 4-bedroom house for £354 a month. I mean, yeah, that's great and all, but yeah. But I'm talking like, the opportunity cost when it comes to buying a house. Hello, Sally Jane. What's this? How long ago did you buy TGAT? What's that? You on about the house? Scotland, Gretna Green. All right. Is it quite cheap up there then? So I have to look at like how much it costs. That's like well cheap for a 4-bedroom house. Gretna Green. That's just over the border, isn't it? Oh, 5 years ago, right? Maybe that was when it was still somewhat cheap, I guess. But now I don't know if it's gone up quite a bit since then. Maybe it'd be now like £500 a month or something. That sounds very cheap for a 4-bedroom house. I've seen some places in like northeast England that are going for like 30 grand, 40 grand, and they're like 3 to 4 bedrooms, some of them. So yeah, I mean, I suppose it's somewhat realistic, but did it not need a lot of work doing to it though when you got it? It sounds like one of those that would, because for £354 a month, I'm guessing it was probably about maybe 70 grand or something like that. I don't know, but some of these houses that are quite cheap need a lot of work doing to them. I got it for 155 and it's worth 180. What? Thousand, you mean? So how long is your mortgage for though? Like, is it like a long? So you mean 155k? Because I thought for something that's 155k, it would cost a lot more than £354 a month. Because I know that like my dad's house was worth about 80,000, and he was paying something like 400 and something for it. I think a lot of the houses on that street were going for 425 a month, and they were worth about 80k. He ended up selling it a bit less than that, but 35 per year mortgage. All right, so that's what it is then. It's fucking 35-year mortgage. So you're just going to be like stuck with a mortgage for like, and I don't know how old you are, but let's say if someone's 30 and they got a 35-year mortgage, they're going to be 65 by the time they've bought it, and it's like, so by the time they've actually owned it outright. So, but like I said, with this whole opportunity cost thing, and I don't know. I mean, you're 44, so you're going to be like nearly 80 by the time you've bought it then. But I mean, if it's something that you really want and it's something you want something to your name and all that, but there's like, you have to, the whole thing is that you have to put money into into a deposit. This is the issue when it comes to buying a house. If you didn't have to put a deposit down to buy a house, I would say, yeah, it's probably a good idea. But I think the main issue I have with it is that you're having to dump a deposit down, which there's an opportunity cost to that. So yeah, if you can make some extra payments, you can pay it off sooner. Yeah. Yeah, but it's like I said, there's a opportunity cost. And it's just something I've been really thinking about lately. I don't want to like necessarily discourage people from buying if that's what you want to do, but like I said, let's say if you had a certain amount of money, let's say you had 50,000 lying around, and you instead of buying a house with that money, you would then buy shares and stocks and shares with it, or start a business, and let's say you can make 10% returns every year, compounded. So within the first year, let's say you're getting 5,000. So that amount of money might actually be enough to pay off your rent. So is there actually any need to buy a house when you can just use the money that you would have bought a house with to offset your rent, and then even, get compound interest? When I sell my mum and dad's house, I will pay my mortgage off with the funds from that. Well, that's good then. At least you'll have, I suppose that then at least you'll have some equity. At least you'll have some, because you could then sell the house off, I suppose. But if you had a share, then that's something that you can sell off as well. But it's just one of those things that's you got to really. Oh, hello, Anton. How you doing? Weigh up the pros and cons. I'm just offering a different perspective on things that people may not have really thought about. So if people are thinking about buying a house, I'm just saying this is something you need to consider. Because do you have any investment recommendations, Jamie? This looks like a fake account, so. But anyway, how's it going, Anton? Hope you're having a good day so far, people. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. That would be really appreciated. At least it seems like we've got a few more joining in now, but it was just very slow at the beginning. What's this about? I don't think human beings, in particular ones from different backgrounds and cultures, get on very well. Yeah, that's the issue. Hello, Red Bull Rockets. Good morning. How are you doing today? Hope all is well with you. So yeah, there's that issue of like some people from different cultures and just different like lifestyles and things like that. Some of them might be quite loud and obnoxious, and it can really affect things. Some people might just want more peace and quiet, so it can clash. So you'd have to find people who you can really get on with, but you never know until you've actually lived with them for a certain amount of time that you might start to find things that are irritating about that person. And yeah, so you got to be careful about like house sharing and stuff. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well today. But yeah, I'm doing fine, thank you. We're just talking about investing money and whether it's even worth buying a house. Because I've heard a lot of people saying that, there's a lot of cons to buying a house. There's pros to it as well, of course. But another issue with buying your own house is that you're in charge of everything, like the maintenance of it and stuff like that. When you rent, you can just kind of have them sort it all out. And you're more free to travel around more when you just rent somewhere. You're just more free to just like move around. You can stay somewhere for a year or two and then just move to somewhere else. Whereas if you've got a house, then it's not that easy, because you have to mess around with like selling it, and sometimes it can take a while because there's issues with trying to get the payment and stuff like that, and it's just a lot of messing around sometimes. And whereas if you just decide you want to leave somewhere you're renting, all you do is you just let them know that you're just like, you're moving out, and you pay your last rent or whatever, and you just move out and you find somewhere new. So it's just do you have problems with squatters in the UK? I mean, I guess in like rough areas it's probably quite bad, but around here I don't think it's much of an issue. Is that quite a big problem in the US then? But yeah, I was actually until recently like very much like pro buying a house. But I've been having some thoughts that have been like calling that into question really. And especially nowadays, like one time maybe it was a good idea that you'll be able to buy houses at like 5% deposit, and it was really not that hard to pay it. You could buy them with like it's like you could get a deposit with like a year's worth of savings, from your job. Like a lot of people were doing quite well with just one income back then as well. It was just so easy to like actually buy somewhere, but now people are having to like join income up to really get a decent place for the most part. Now it's definitely changed, and having to take out longer and longer mortgages, like what that person was saying about why own one house when you can own six. Well, I don't really see the point in that unless you're actually going to go and stay at all these houses regularly. I mean, if you're someone that does a lot of traveling around and whatever, but the thing is, if you're a traveler, I would just kind of get rent a place. Let's say you could travel around Southeast Asia and rent somewhere next to nothing. Like you could go live in freaking Philippines or something and rent for like next to nothing. Some of these places are going for like less than like 200 quid a month. Some of them even less than £100 a month. Of course, it depends on what quality you're looking for. But I think on average they're about a couple of £100 a month in some of these places. So if you want like a good quality one, then it might be like £400 or £500 a month. But for the average, it's 200 or so a month, and you get an okay place. So your expenses are so much less over there if you can just get yourself an income. But this is where investing your money could come in useful. That, like I said, I think we talked a bit about this last night. If you, let's say you can get like even just a few £100 in an investment portfolio every month of passive income, and you can use that to live abroad. And then you could also then look at starting an online business to make some more money. So you can then have multiple income streams that you're generating. And by moving abroad, you're basically benefiting from the Western economy, while also benefiting from the lower cost of living in some of these countries. So you just got to think about like my son is currently buying his first home. Yeah. And that's great if that's what he wants to do. But like I said, it's a lot of people are just not considering investing their money. Like people have been kind of sold this, idea about buying a house as an investment, but I don't really necessarily think it's the best way to invest your money. If it's, it's like if you're going to buy a house, then I would say, like in my opinion, buying a house as an investment should be for other people to live in it. Like, for example, if you're renting it out or something like that. But even in some cases, rental properties allow you to rent them out for, like subletting, like that. It all depends. You have to find the permissions for that. And so, yeah, like, of course, when it comes to buying your own house, there's positives in that you've got more say in what goes on, because when you rent somewhere, there's certain regulations to it, and that can be an issue. In some cases, they might not like you having certain pets in it. For example, there's certain restrictions that they might put on it. So in that regard, it can be better to buy. So it all comes down to your goals in life and whatever. And hello, Macabre Mastermind. Okay, fuck off. Alright, I think I'm just gonna restart the live. It's just like fuck all people here, really. Where will you live when you're old? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. It's like, who knows where life's gonna go, really, so try not to think that far ahead.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm gonna, yeah, start up again, I think.